explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
She-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, out the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. You take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs. In a town you create where there ain't no love.
Where do I go? When am I alone? Not on the phone. When I'm on my own. They don't know my name.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
From the gun on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Allen again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a short return to the 6-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. I don't think you got it, son.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Check pass. Check pass. Spawn. 60 Eagles.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On play action, they'll throw. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Watch 18. 18's the mark. We want this. Jim.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20.
A gain of 71 yards.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So that'll back him up 5. They'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
12 yards there and a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Complete to Kelly. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 38, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. 19 tight. 19 tight. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Cut 19. Cut 19. 18. Mike, 18. Check.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 3. Slam.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Rolling to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Good.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you, Tom.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Out of bounds.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
To Christian McCaffrey. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Nothing.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Switch it.
Incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-0.
Makes the score Niners 10, Rams nothing.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
The Rams 1st down.
Allen off the play fake. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Henry Ruggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Niners 10, Rams 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Watch 18. 18's the mark. Defense wins championships, baby. Kill, 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 kill.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old